Well, I thought that was an extremely well-played game, very exciting game. They got themselves off to a terrific start. They were led by 10, 19-9 after about 7 or 8 minutes. And then it forced us to make a lot of adjustments. Amir Sims was just terrific. When we played a bigger guy on him, he took us out on the perimeter and made threes. When we put a smaller guy on him, he took us into the post and scored. When we denied him well inside, he stepped out and drove the ball to the basket. He had a terrific game, 25 points. He's only averaging 11 right now. So he more than doubled his normal scoring output. So he was clearly the MVP of the game.
Our first question will come from Cal Friedman.
Coach, after Sims hit what wound up being, the game winner, you took up the ball with 15 seconds left, had a timeout. What was the play call on that possession?
Yeah, we actually called the play at the last timeout because we felt like, hey, we've got plenty of time. It was a full timeout. We set up our defense. We told them what we wanted to run. Now, unfortunately, we didn't run it. We ended up getting it to McGusty, who I thought had a great situation on the side of the court, but they defended it well and forced a turnover. Our last 2 turnovers, really were the difference in the game. We had the lead, and we just need to be a little more calm and poised down the stretch.
Our next question will come from Steve Wine.
Jim, how pleased were you with Cam's performance overall?
Well, I just saw him in the hallway, asked him how his hamstring was, and he said it was very sore. But he gave us a lot of productive minutes. He made some critical plays for us when we were behind. He was a +6 at halftime, +6 or +7 at halftime, so we knew he was playing well. But you ask a guy to come in and play in a high-intensity, full-court pressure type game for 40 minutes when he hasn't practiced almost in, I don't know what it is now, 3 weeks. And he practiced only half court on Thursday, and his first time full court was yesterday. So to go from actually yesterday's practice was one of the shortest practices we've had, but Cam practiced and went full court for the first time in over 3 weeks. So I'm sure that hamstring is probably sore.
Our next question comes from Wyatt Kopelman.
Coach, it seemed like the team was in a bit more of an offensive rhythm today, not forcing as many shots. What other adjustments do you think it's going to be necessary to potentially knock off Carolina come Tuesday?
Well, if you see the stats in the last 2 games, we had 17 assists today, which is really a good stat for us. The problem is the 16 turnovers. It takes away opportunities for us to score. And as I mentioned, the last 2 possessions, we turned the ball over. And those were critical mistakes. Carolina, I haven't watched them much yet, but I know the Carolina system very well. And Roy Williams has a very talented team, a very big team, much different than the teams we've been playing.
We have time for 1 or 2 more questions. So the next one will come from Chris Stock.
Coach, just curious how you think your small ball lineup worked today, and then also if you have an update on Chris Likes.
I really don't have any information on Chris Likes. He's trying to rehab his sprained ankle, and there's no projected date for him to come back. What was the other part of the question?
Your small ball lineup, you went small quite a bit. Just curious how you thought it worked.
That was a direct result of Clemson's ability to stretch the defense out and Amir Sims making threes. He's done that throughout his career. We had to make the adjustment and go small. We put Earl Timberlake on him because Earl can guard, even though he hasn't practiced much. he has shown the ability to guard bigger players or smaller players. So while he was guarding Sims, we played him at the point, and that forced them to make some adjustments as well.
Cam, I know you'd missed a handful of games due to that hamstring injury. Coach Larranaga said it seemed very sore in the hallway after the game. How did you feel being out there? Were you rejuvenated at all? And what's your approach to that Carolina game as the Tar Heels bring a big team?
Definitely feel rejuvenated. Feels good to be out there with the team. Yeah, it's a tough one tonight. Can't wait for Tuesday against North Carolina. Just gotta look ahead. We fought. I feel like we played good defense. We moved the ball well. Just came up short.
Our next question comes from Chris Stock.
Cam, I'm just curious how you process this game individually. You had that 3-point play late, and then obviously the turnover, and just being back out there. Just kind of curious how you process this one for yourself.
I was just trying to, get my rhythm back. Still trying to figure out what I can and can't do. As far as my hamstring, just trying to get comfortable out there. I felt pretty comfortable though. I felt like I played good defense, ran the floor well. Obviously, turnover at the end, that hurt a lot. We had a lot of plays down the stretch that hurt us, but that was the last one everybody's going to remember. So I just got to get back in the gym, keep rehabbing, keep getting on the same page with my teammates, and just work myself back into being able to help us win.
And our next question also comes from Chris Stock again.
Yeah, just to follow up, I'm curious what you think where this team is right now. You're out and you're watching, you're out there on the floor. Just obviously, you guys drop another one in the ACC. Kind of where you think this team is and what needs to happen to get things going in a positive direction.
Honestly, we're just starting to get everybody back. We still don't have Chris. And, these last two games that we played, those are two great ACC teams. Obviously, Virginia Tech's ranked. Clemson just was ranked. So it's just, like I said, hard fight, and we just came up short. Sometimes that happens. Hopefully we can learn from this, and we can grow from it.
Well, it seems like you had a solid game today. How would you describe the team's approach coming into a Clemson team that was so hot off of an upset win over Florida State on Tuesday?
We just wanted to play tough. We know how they defend. We wanted to be strong with the ball. And we were right there. We made a mistake at the end, and we lost.
As a reminder, use the hand raise function. We'll get all more questions. And the next question will come from Chris Stock.
Earl, just what kind of challenge was Amir Sims? I know you guys went small quite a bit. Just what kind of challenge was it? You were on him, obviously.
It was a tough challenge. I was undersized, but I just try to play hard as I can, play tough. Front him when he was in the post. He's a very good player. He's preseason, all first team for a reason.
Our next question will come from Steve Wine.
Earl, I know it's tough. How do you describe the frustration of coming away with back-to-back close losses like this?
Just try to look at the positive. Last game we lost by 2. In this game we was right there at the end and couldn't get a stop. So we just want to build off of it and just keep playing hard, and yeah.
Any other questions for Earl?
Yeah, I have one.
All right.
Earl, you guys welcome in Roy Williams and a very good Carolina Tar Heels program on Tuesday. How would you describe your approach to slowing them down potentially as they continue as a good team in the ACC?
We go over the game plan and stuff. Really go over the game plan and we gotta keep playing hard.